evening, Zambia. Welcome to this week's edition of Costa's Cross-Examination. I'm your host. My name is Andrew Mwansa, sitting in for Costa Mwansa. Now, according to the official Electoral Commission of Zambia data, 1.7 million new voters have been added to the certified register since 2021, bringing the total registered voters to 8.7 million. In the last general election, young people aged 18 to 34 represented 54% of the electorate, acting as the kingmakers who rewrote Zambia's political landscape. Fast forward to 2026, and voters under 35 still make up 46.3% of the entire certified register. With polling day just 11 days away, 5 years of expectations finally meet reality. Did the Upnd deliver its mandate for the youth? Or are we facing another wave of political disruption? My guest tonight is Upnd National Youth Chairman Gilbert Liswaniso. We look at the state of the country. We look at the political atmosphere ahead of the polls in the next 11 days. Mr. Liswaniso, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us on Costa's Cross-Examination.
Good evening, Andrew Mwansa, to the viewers out there. We say thank you very much again for inviting us to be with you here so that we can interact with the people of Zambia as we go towards the 13th August, which will be next week, so that we hear from them or maybe we answer through you. Hope it will be a good 1 hour which will interact with you, sir.
Well, you're watching and listening to us on the Diamond Media Group. You're watching us on channel 271 on DSTV, channel 20 on GoTV. You're watching us on channel 93 on Musanza Top Star. You're also listening to us on One Love Radio across the country. Do you think you still have the youth vote? And if yes, why do you think so?
Thank you very much. I was listening very carefully when you were trying to give us the total numbers of voters which will participate on the 13th August. And the majority, again, is to the young people of this country. And Andrew, I'll tell you that the majority of this country, the young ones, we are in charge of this country. In terms of voting, in terms of development, everything, we are in charge as young people. President Upnd is presiding the youth of this country, which is not easy, very difficult, because the young people of this country, most of them, they want things to be done today. But we have a president also who looks beyond today, who wants to see the next generation also should benefit from what this generation will create that foundation through President Upnd. So the 13th August, the general election, yes, the young people still plays a bigger role, and that vote comes from us, and it is our responsibility to ensure that the young people do a right thing again. And that right thing is to give back to Upnd on the 13th August.
It's good you say the right thing. They should do the right thing.
Yes.
Have you done the right thing, Chairman?
We have done the right thing in the past 5 years under difficult situation, but we have done a right thing to the young people. And I've said many times, Andrew, that President Upnd realized that education, it's not a cost, but it's an investment to the country. That's one thing President Upnd has done to this nation, which every parent, everyone should appreciate, the free education itself. Because vambiri vanali kukangiwa kupeleka vana wa school. But this government through Upnd said, we need to educate our people, because in fact mwine amakamba kuti it's not cost, It's an investment. It's a sector, it's an economic sector also. I'll tell you that today, Hakainde Chilema, even at the time you and me will die, the first generation is to benefit from free education. That free education brings economy at the end of the day. Innovation. Today we talk about bursaries across all, not university alone, but all colleges. There's bursaries there. Prenda Kainde akarukamba kuti all the 10 provinces. I want to see universities. It won't be today, tomorrow. But the issue is your child and my child. They will go to that university. Akapasa. Akasiza grade 12. Sasa imbekeza kubwela kuna kurusaka. Azaenda ku Southern, Komene kuja, Kapani ku Western, Northwestern, Kuluapola, Northern, Eastern. And this is the president who is building that, who is creating that. It's for who? For the young people of this country. That now we are investing into education, where there's a lot of human resource. After that, there will be innovation. Vanaveka that are able to create employment on their own. That's why Hakainde spend more attention on the free education. Apart from that, Hakainde is still feeding Adie Savannah. Because it's an investment. It's not a cost, it's an investment. Abadie Savon Savannah, Vadie, Kutuapunzere Bueno. Andrew, such a leader. Today, vonse manchito amene vangena ni vafana vachichepele. Manasi, my teachers, my soldier. There's nothing like employment freeze. It's trying by almost to reduce the numbers. The number is big, but Hakainde is praying bigger to ensure that vantu vangene manchito vatandizira at the end of the day. So this is an investment which President Hakainde has done to the young people.
You've rightly put it.
So, abavana pempoyanga on the 13th August. Is that what can we say? Should we wait that when Hakainde has gone, then we say Hakainde? No, it is now to use Hakainde, create that foundation, vote for him on 13 August by appreciating what he has done in 5 years. Do we have other challenges? Let's bring them out. That Hakainde, this one we have done.
For you as a UPND, why is the education sector very important? Right here you've mentioned, yes, that you've made, your party and government have made education free for every learner from grade 1 to 12. You are telling us that President Hakainde Hichilema considers the education sector as an economic sector. He doesn't see education as a cost but as an investment. You've spoken of the school feeding program that is going to all the 116 districts. Why is education so important for you and President Hakainde Hichilema?
Every government, wherever you go all over the world, they'll talk about education. For the country to develop, it's education. Either we like it or not, you need to have people knowledgeable at the end of the day. A lot of things have gone down because education became expensive. The government, the two governments, let me say MMD, maybe with PF, especially PF, so it was costing. But Hakainde said, no, let's educate our nation. When we educate our people, the second generation, third generation, that's why there's a law into it. That's why imwenaino tamwalira lero Andrew mwana wako, he's safe. You go to school and finish. You go to university because there's a law which protects. That's a leader. Ndiye musogoleli wa bwino aganizira abana b'amasiye abana ovutika bamukalikiliki bamujoji kwa mukululu kwa makululu aganizira abantu baku John Lenny aganizira abantu okuchambuli abaganizira abantu bovutika bakumuzi bonse kamba I government ni yano is to create that environment for you. So education is very important.
Free education, desire free education.
That's why kamba kuti apa kyameti pelekera abana batu ku school ni kyane ukawuka alliance ankaleni medi ndiwe gadi ndiwe house boy white peleka abana ku school nikamba naye Muhammad naye mu security guard waye mpeleka abana ku school kuti maili bakankale buli kuchira naye so akainda akutanza enkoni pangono paja atenga na mwana wano akudya because in Ramazan on top of that akainda kamba kuti apelekeni mwana kasiliza azaenda na grade 12 azaenda ku university and college again government is amsekira ko so pangono pamena so akainde is about the vulnerable people med security guard baja so nikamba nawa abandi maburu batutika nawo mukomboni kuti uyu muntu aganizira pali umwe pa umwe mwana wanu kubankala infamairo kodi mukamwalira mairo kodi mwana wanu akaende ku school angasilize apa kulira muno then you are safe. That's a president you need wamene aganizira mavuto yatu tonse as Zambians. So ipankani ya free education anagula chalo chonse pamoza akaende kama our focus should be here.
Was it necessary, Chairman? Yes, President Hakainde must be commended for increasing, accommodation fee and the meal allowances from 3,400 kwacha to 5,800 kwacha. But was it necessary for you to take the students to State House and begin to politicize the issue of education?
Let me say this: if it's a president who has been very close to the young people, especially the student, has been Hakainde Chilema. They've worked together with him. Hakainde has never put a whip to the young ones, but he has managed them to ensure that every cry is being addressed to them and they resolve it together. So abavana muna ma universities ma colleges wonse aba bachoka mu manyumba kamene alepela because Hakainde ngomea anachoka na eve. So the step of Hakainde is not to confront each other, but to find a solution. So now
you've turned the students into politicians because
the issue is vana vamukonda Hakainde ni vanzake, ni vana vake, vazukuru vake vakondana. So we cannot stop them when they want to meet him. If there's a crisis, they have agreed. And not only everyone, even us within the Upnd who are politicians, Hakainde is very close to the young one.
Would you agree that you've politicized institutions of Highland? Because certainly the University of Zambia, even the Copperbelt University, has its leaders endorsing a president.
Yes.
And Livingstone, it's the same thing. There's politics nearly in every institution of learning.
I've said it's nothing to do with politics.
It has never happened like this.
It's because it has never happened. Those who were there, they were brutal to them. They could tear gas them. They could not attend to them. But these ones, they are being attended to. And President Hakainde has made it his State House free for them, that these are the owners of the country. The free education involves the same people. These ones, they educate even their fellow friends. So for me, I want to appreciate the students across the country that the relationship between the student and President Hakainde Chilema has been very tight. Are they progressive? Yes, they're progressive because every time they bring issues, they don't affect only student presidents or the union. It represents everyone in that school. In that 5,800, has it gone to Shua and that young lady, Jamem? No. It has gone to all the students. Even those who are not supporting Hakainde Chilema. Those who feel like, no, but that thing has gone to them. It is because of what President Hakainde has made very clear. When they cry, let's listen to them. Today, bursaries are all over all the colleges. This is a president. So you expect these young people not to say, we have a better president whom we can engage. He don't tear gas us. Wherever we want to meet him in State House, his door is open. That's nothing to do with the politics. It's because the young people, my students, they appreciate the leadership of Hakainde Chilema. Because whatever they bring it out, they think that's been there. You have been there, you're questioning all these things when with those governments. But the way attending to you, like the way I can understand, the answer is no. So he has made it very open for the young people to say, address your challenges. There's nothing for you to go into the street. Let's be together. Let's deal with matters. Bring the solutions. And we'll deal with it.
And in return, you want those students to vote for President Hakainde Hichilema?
In fact, today I'll ask it, yes. To say, my student wants any pempa. Because once a foundation niano, musenze sene akainde apamukaliko to open doors for others who cannot tear gas.
So clearly is doing it for the votes, not really that.
The issue is doing for no. The issue is doing for the Zambian people. But the young people have realized to say this man is a better president.
Do you realistically, you're a politician, Chairman Liswaniso, so do you realistically think that the love that President Hakainde Hichilema is receiving from universities is organic love? We did see the same thing happen under President Edgar Lungu, where hundreds of thousands of students across the country, were marching, in PF, in PF regalia. But when it came to voting, President Edgar Lungu lost at the University of Zambia. The one who won was President Hakainde Hichilema. Edgar Lungu lost. So do you really trust the support you are receiving from the students? Because also what we're hearing is that some of these students, you're actually paying them. That's why they're endorsing you and President Hakainde Hichilema.
The focus of the Upnd government together with President Hakainde Hichilema is to address the challenges of the young people in these universities and these high learning institutions. That's the focus of the bill, number one. Number two, yes, we are looking for votes. Do we have numbers at universities in this college? Yes, we have numbers. And no one can force a student to vote for European for Hakainde Hichilema. So we as politicians, we have now our own mandate to reach out to the young ones to ensure that they vote for Hakainde Hichilema. One of the platforms, the one I'm using here, is to remind them what this president has done to them, that you have a better president whom you are able to engage wherever you have challenges and is able to respond to you squarely. You need such a president to be very close to you for the betterment of the country. That's what I'm.
You don't think you're dividing the students? Because the focus of President Hakainde Hichilema has been on the University of Zambia.
No.
Most of these good things that have been happening have been at the University of Zambia and partially the Copperbelt universities. But we've got other universities and colleges.
Let me tell you,
what is happening to those?
And I've said, if you have heard me say this,
there's a sanitation crisis at Evelyn Horn. A stone throw away from State House. Why isn't President Hakainde Hichilema going there and addressing those issues?
And I'll tell you this, all these things will be addressed. They're being addressed step by step. If he has given bursaries to all the high learning institutions, meaning there's something happens at the end of the day, we have said wherever there's an issue, you should not go in the street. Is to sit on the table and address those challenges. And all these colleges, all of them, they have got their own challenges, which government is dealing with them through President Hakainde Hichilema. And it's only when you give him more support, yes, by giving back on the 13th August. The love, or to say the youth will not, the student cannot vote for Hakainde Hichilema, I want to tell you that the student, they will vote for Hakainde Hichilema. The responsibility of the young ones to vote for Hakainde Hichilema remains in our hands as politicians, as we garner these numbers in these institutions, and which we have been doing all along. We have been going to these students, focusing to ensure that they bring them on the table and reminding them what President Hakainde has done in the 5 years to them. And to say them that this thing is not only about you, but also for your young brothers, also for your young sisters, that when you are done at this university, those who come, they will find these institutions that they are well built, they are very strong institutions that will give back to the community. So can we build together? That's what Hakainde Hichilema has been doing to the young people of this country through the same free education. And I've told you that today all of us, we are safe. You are safe, your son, if today happens to die, our children are safe. They're in the hand that they will get education, which they deserve. That's the number one. And that's the leader of kind of Hakainde Hichilema, who don't only see things for today, always he sees for tomorrow. The opportunity for tomorrow. Yeah. How do we create it? How do we work around these opportunities? And this is the foundation which President Hakainde has built in the last 4 years among the young people. Instill discipline, hard work, and also putting more education to the young people so that 5 years, 10 years from now, we are able to thank President Hakainde Hichilema. But the good thing of thanking Hakainde Hichilema, which I'm appealing, kuli bachichepere bonse, ma student, ma parents bonse, tetikambye zikomba 13 August, kumvotera back, so that he can now perfect all these things which he began in 2021. That's what I'm asking the people. Nipe mpakuli imwe kuti sa votele Hakainde Hichilema because no education sitikudya tenti muvotele because he has created a platform kuli mwakwa George Compat mailolo mwamwalila mwana wano ali safe. So nipe mpo yanga kuli imwe kuli tenti mvote pa 13 August timbweze pa mpando abwere avichite bwino manje avisisa avifake bwino to go to 2021. Ndiye pempo meni pempa kuli Mazambians wherever you are. Not timbe masongo ya bwino after aenda Hakainde koma ni pempa ubwino no miyamika Hakainde Hichilema ni kumiyamika pa 13 August ni pempa yameni pempa kumazambia ni akolo watu bafana watu bazukuru watu kuyanga na kuti bamene achita pakati pa 5 years kuli yameni nkani ya education umwozi mu family wanu azankala kapena ni teacher umwozi mu family mwanu kuli bana amenawa azankala kapena ni nurse umwozi muli mu amenawa kapena azankala ni kapokola kuti bintu biende bwino. That's why Hakainde is building that. Let's educate our people. Mwaona nuona Andrew, you know skills training, how Hakainde is doing it, has gone to the people, the audience, and kana chito ya kumanja, tiziwe vindu. That's how you improve your economy of a country. Ndive na shita Hakainde Hichilema kulise bandu. Yes, I'm not saying that we have done everything perfect. Kudivosta Caesar, koma kuli chichabe cheka ichi. Ndiye pali foundation ya development. I've been hearing to other countries, they talk about education, they talk about health sector, they talk about sanitation, they talk about agriculture. These 4 things that are being spoken in every country. And if you have seen, Hakainde has been tackling these issues one by one. All he needs, it is our support. Under difficult situation, manasi wange na nchito, teachers wange na nchito, wakapokola, wangenesa. Yes, maybe today wanangese mwana wanga, so wanangese mwana wako Andrew, but jobs are still coming to your way. Say thank you to family nangu ya tengako, mailoni ndimwe. Hip ya my youth from 20 zingati huku, ni bambili, but Hakainde is reducing this.
In a free and fair election, do you think your party, Upnd, can win these elections?
This election will be fair and fair election.
I asked like that because a few days ago, Comrade Chimba Kambwili said President Hakainde Hichilema is creating an unfair and uneven political environment. It was agreed in principle in that meeting at the Electoral Commission of Zambia that each political party will be given 5 days to go into a province to campaign. According to Chimba Kambwili, after President Hakainde Hichilema finished all the provinces, he has begun to go back to areas that he went back to areas where Mundubire is going, so that he gets to undo what Mundubire is doing in those respective areas, and is doing more rallies, than the opposition. What is your response to Dr. Chimba Kambwili, who says you and President Hakainde Hichilema are now in panic mode, that now even in the areas that you've been into, you're going back to campaign? What you've been, your timetable has been focusing on what Mundubire is doing. Where Mundubire goes, you go there, so that you speak to the people that Mundubire has spoken to. Are you panicking? In fact, yourself here, I was being told by my director that you haven't been spending time in Lusaka. I don't know whether you're in Southern Province or where you were, because the panic has increased.
Let me tell you first one thing, Andrew. The so-called Chimba Kambwili doku anasira mdala munganija sopo wanaiwaira mchani mumanza ya matevera nontu anasira waja. President Hakainde has been going in this process. We were given 5-5. Hakainde spent 4 days in Western, his working days. How many? 4 days. From the beginning, only 4 days. I still remember 1 day. He has spent 4 days in Southern Province. He has spent, 4 days. I'm going 4 days. He has spent another, in fact, yes, the Southern for the Copper Belt, He has gone only twice per year. It's remaining with the 3 days. So he's spending 2 days per province. You can count. So he's spending 2 days per province. So he has done it around one. He was spending 2 days, 2 days.
So he's doing round two now?
Yes. What is the problem? You have given me...
The problem is that you had painted a picture that there's no opposition in this country.
No, and now... I'll answer first. I'll answer you.
You told us that there's no opposition.
I want to make it very clear first, number one. Akambwina timu yao wanankala kuisedi wonse wanamberana 555 days. Wapenda kaende wenda mkopa beoti 2 days.
Wachokako wenda kuprovince kwinango.
Wachokako wenda kuprovince kwinango 2 days. Wachokako wenda kuprovince 2 days. Apari ku Eastern ni 2 days. You still remain with how many? 1 day. So in fact, when the kind they won't even finish all the things. So that's ngamba kuti bakazinkala face bapenda bwino. So in a 1 day, Hakainde does 4 meetings in the province. Then the second day 8, and then he comes out. Then he goes back again. Why haven't read? So nipat pamina povabeta kangana. So the only thing that it's them are panicking. It's them are panicking, not us. Why should we panic? Why should I panic?
No, you should not panic in the present.
And you know
so
that
many rallies.
As we have targets, no. Rallies will be there. Even if you compare, how many meetings do we have as European every day? There are many meetings we are having. That's why we're not panicking. You know that our target is 5 million plus voters. That is our target which you given to us as Upnd. So far, so good. Sir, I want to tell you, Upnd Africa Palicha Baby, so Saunonga vote yako. It's a target of 5 million. And we have reached out. We have been doing head counts.
What do you think the 5 million is going to come from? Because I don't even think that we're going to surpass that number in terms of those that come to vote.
As a political party, as UPN, even in last January 2021, UPN gave its own to say this is the number we want.
But why 5 billion?
Yes. It's because what we have done and how we have increasing the numbers of the party UPN. So a political party should give it its own number, a target, which it wants to bring on the table. So the target of UPN, 4.5 million. That is our target as a party.
It's good to have a target because, according to the Tonse Alliance, Dr. Chris Manizimba, who is the Secretary General of the Tonse Alliance, says that they have both domestic and international report surveys that indicate that they're winning these elections by over 68%.
Faces woman wamene. Suja means Niger organization kuunza ijeleta predict again. 2021, Edgar Lungu was winning 70%. Those organizations, Andrew, if I ask you, do you know them? Vichoka mtu mwake. So man, I know, my brother. Vichoka je mtu mwake. That young man, a divide and rule. We know him.
He says the ground is ripe for the Tonse Alliance and Brand.
That's what I'm asking. Anakuza nkuni international organization amena. Mu 2022 sana becoming new organization ngenzemo. Fonsani Ise, who has been on the ground, who understand figures at every polling station. We have 13,529 polling stations. Everywhere there is a member of UPND. Okay? Don't waste your vote, my brother.
Why do you think they don't have members there? Why do you think they don't have members there?
Winning an election is not a joke. Don't be cheated. Winning an election is a serious business. Just look at the group, all of them, the way they are moving, all of them. Check on them. One person is mistrust among themselves. Are you aware that the political party where Makebi Zulu is a president, Martin Pete has endorsed How do you win an election?
Have you bought him?
He understands, he knows that they can't win. So don't waste time. So even members of RPP now, they belong to UPND. Let me tell you, we have 8 members of parliament who are going to post. 79, the same Tosa alliance that failed to fill in this position. And when you look up at those constituencies, UPND is winning those elections. From 8 plus 79, it will give you 88. Tatenga kudala. Me, I'm advising my brothers for Tosa. Start preparing your mind in a good manner. You are not winning. And you'll be very shocking that. Basi kamaningi pa mungu double choka hivi number 5.
Wanda no.
Bamine baje wakakoloboy. Niuza because you underrating Karavandi member. No. Don't underrate them. Me, I can't underrate those two. I'll tell you now today.
Well, it says that this election is a two-horse race between Brad
that's what I'm saying. So for you, that's what you understand very more na imwe. But ask us foot soldiers, imwe mutenga bazumani. Bichuka mumutu mwake. Wamina nana amafuti mu 2021 kama kuti Edgar Lungu is winning with the 80%.
But at the campaign trail, even President Upnd, he doesn't mention Freddie Member, he doesn't mention Harry.
But let me tell you,
he says them as not factors.
No. Let me tell you.
Why is he mentioning the two boys?
Let me tell you.
At every rally.
Let me tell you. The issue is, those are.
Is Makebi Zulu and giving President Upnd sleepless nights?
Those are Maluku because Wanama. We have said that's a PF number 2. But the group Jayonse, Wajani Maluku. Who come and tell you to say, Nikabuera ine. You youth, we are going to empower you. Mutenga ma cooperative ma markets mutenge. Ma markets ya bene. Ya muzimayo ovutika. So mugazie ndamanya geni mutenga ma 100 kwacha kubana. Papa town center na menso yano mwankala. Wa PF wa bwele same people. Sati na kutenga ni Ramazan by force. Kusoweto kusiti market. Kukatambarala. Muzimayo wanga wahuka kusenseni. Iwe kuseni every day utenga marepu yako enda ugulisa. Ankara chabe muntu chwa kunyumba kwako nomba kuvuta. Non pasa inkoni ndrama. That's what Makebi Zulu is telling people. Tiabwele parankian pamina hapo. Izu ncha chilimba pamweka chilimba chan paranki. Patenga wakastenga ndrama by force. That's what Makebi Zulu is saying. So ufuna kumvera. I'm just asking this question. A normal person. The UPND, we may have our own weaknesses. But we have tried our best to ensure that no one collects money in the markets by force. Council ikuzani tindrama fitanga panga ndrama. You should give us a hand. We have tried under difficult situation. Because President Liswaniso, you cannot take people. I just repeat it there because this is for me when I reach here. I want to talk to my mother, to my sister, who is suffering, who is trying to earn a living. Which I kind of said, lekani wantu wazikuli, onaka 200 kake, musena zikuli seleka, osa muvuta mundu. But here's Makebi Zulu and Munduwiri is telling us to say that when we come back, we will do exactly what Edgar Lungu was doing. That makata is what to my youth, tizawa tuma muende pa intercity, muende ma markets, kuma cooperative, konse, kujoka tambarara market, konse, kwa lukungu, yendani mutenge ndrama by force. So that mukaina ndrama. No. Akainda has told us, if you want to be in a market, kana shop yako. I have no problem, they will give a space. Uzuguli sepa weka, upite mu problems. If you want to be in a bus station, kana motoka yako. Be there, then operate. But all of us, we should operate for it. This is the policy and this is what Akainda has maintained to the young people of UPND and to everyone in this country. But our Babylon Gambaguti is Zakubwezerani. So, Baulesi. Wafuna kutamanga kwa mene huko. Wendo vute muzimai of a widow. Aina capital 300 kwacha. Wendo vute orphan. Aina capital maybe 500 kwacha. Wendo vute muzimai nkaramba. Wamea nasana kapana mazukuru vake. Wendo vavute. Wendo kana mpamvu mnyamato otamanga. And then pa 13 August. Wanyamu kana nzoro zako zonse. No, because mabina wa mundu vile babwera. Please Zambian. Aba wonse mukabayangani ba Maluku. They don't mean what to you.
What does Maluku mean?
Akawala.
It's good saying that because also they've branded you liars. At every rally that Munduwile and Makebi goes to, they say that Mulubabu Fimwe. You are liars, You lied to the Zambian people that you're going to reduce the bag of minimum. You lied to the Zambian people that you reduce the price of fertilizer to 250 kwacha. It's over 1,000 kwacha. So,
and I'll answer you. That is,
and you lied.
That is not a difficult question. You need to produce at the end of the day. December maluku ndewa naononga chalo hichi. Akainti mena akonza. Akainda akonza chalo chine Mazambians pamoja. All these challenges, certain challenges, seeing, it was created by them. But today, Akainda chilema, nama citizens.
So, is it true or not that you said you're going to reduce fertilizer to 250?
So, nizakuyangani.
Is it true or not?
Let me tell you, nizakuyangani. Sieni yangi, Andrew.
No, I'm asking, is it true or not you promised 250 kwacha for a bag of fertilizer? Is it true or not you say that you're going to reduce the cost of fuel?
Let me tell you first. We made promises.
So,
from the time the Upnd was born, we made promises. In those promises, certain things we have done, certain others we have done. Okay?
So is it correct?
Let me tell you.
Are they lying when they say that you say this but you haven't done? So you're liars.
A promise will be always there. But many of fertilizer,
and they've now to.
No.
So you told the Zambian people?
No. Me, I don't believe in that. Even I don't believe in that. All these things about production is to work around these problems. And the cost of living come down. We have challenges to do with agriculture today. It's because people went on the ground. Under difficult situation, you had drought. But Zambian people collectively, government with the people of Zambia worked together. Government has sacrificed Zambians by Ndabalima. Today, how can I tell you? 10 million, 5 million, okay? 3, 3, 1. These are the things which Brenda Kainde is trying to put across. But to achieve all these things needs production. Ungasunga chipe chabe na simulim. Today muntu aliyensa alima because Akainda has to calculate the spirit to examine kulima msasiseche bantu wangono. Aliyense nkumbuyo kwako kwa garden chenchilime. That's why you do what you producing. It's a process. Hakainde is making sure that the Zambian people should participate in the economy of this country. Together, all of us. Whatever we have achieved today is because of the people of Zambia. They've been speaking, they've been talking, they've been criticizing, they've been pointing fingers. The same question I'm asking. They plant fertilizer. That's the beginning. So, visa cheaper as we go. Visa cheaper because that's visa cheaper. That's why we're working around these things. $9 24. So we are trying our best. But Zambia pass any chance. Because now we are dealing with the economy of the country. If you remember very well, in every platform of in opposition, even today, has been emphasizing, we have done with the independence, we have done with the democracy. Let's deal with now the economic freedom of this country. Who's supposed to do it? It is us. That budget, almost 80% budget ya chalo chino. Andrew, it is you and me who are contributing this thing. Nindimwe, the achievement Akainda has made, nindimwe Mazambians. Na mareserva mena kama mundule na mzake. It's because of you Zambians. You have been working together with Akainda Chile. That's why it is you, budget ya chalo, chino cha Zambia. Nindimwe Mazambians. Ndama sichoka muna. Then bamaluku wakama tibwera kwa muleke ni Akainda umene aziva kugawa ni sandalama abula zigawa ni sebwino musiyeni. That's why today bana bakuja ku school wonse. The achievement we have made today with Akainda is because of the people of Zambia. That's why bakalira maningi Mazambians. Akainda comes on the platform. Abakumbusa nukuta apologize nogamba kali kusebenzera hapo pana. Even issue ya malite. It was very difficult. We need to admit we had a bad situation. But Akainda promised. Today, I'll give an example. The last time I went to Shangombo, malite ikakona 24 hours. Wanaikuzima. Today in 24 hours, Malaita Ayaka Konse. I was shocked. Why? Solar mega. Wanachaya manager. Ichai kachabe. Ukaenda kushangomba pa kulibe vuli vonse. Vukamba kuti no, ikako 24 hours vazime Malaiti and 206 apa ni 24/7. This is what Kainde has done. Not only here, in even other areas. It's not because acha magic, no. You need to invest. You need to commit yourself as a leader. So, Pempo yanga kuma Zambians, I've come to emphasize that bwelani pafupi, kalani pamozi na Kainde Chilema, all the achievement mapanga hivi, mapangira pamozi na Kainde Chilema. Musavumekezo naono ngachalo, kutiba bwelele. Mpase ni chance umuntu huyo. Bwanji assist lelo CDF 40 million.
Somebody was asking on Facebook that why isn't President Hakainde Hichilema campaigning with Madam Mutale Nalumango?
Andrew, that's why I'm saying don't waste your vote. Because Zanzibar Day you celebrate. Povina paja, kanga wavota wrong, povina paja. Tusabati kudiake pa kwetu. Kwa kudiaka, ayo tunaso ni diaka. Tazwa tusina vote na heavy oyo. Sasa cha mkalipa. Mwenti mazibira wan, po celebrate. Futi mazibira tikabula ba shop pako pa. Bayo penta bwera double che wakalipa. Achoka ni poni panza. Inasimu ma politics timazati oyo no opposition. That's how we know these things. That's what we know even these guys. Let me answer you. If you have not all of us within the senior leaders in Upnd, we allocated where to go. You can be everywhere, but what are you bringing on the table? But Dorini Mwamba is a national charity. From Tena Mango Kalani Uku, Gamaoma, are you getting the Liswaniso in Dauku? I know people are saying this is no. To win an election is a strategy, my brother. I want to open the mind of the people to understand winning an election is not about how you are winning rallies, no. It's how you reach out in the corners. When it comes to an election, ourselves, President Hakainde said, everyone is a campaign manager for Hakainde Hichilema. So, specifically, Tashangi wa uzapezeka huku, Lyson ku province Eastern, uzachako, Brown huku, community ku province, even imari ku province, but there are certain areas, this is a provincial youth chairman in Muchinga, but there are certain areas where he's doing things. You go again, Katai there in northern, he's a youth chairman. You need to be all the provinces, in all the district constituencies, but there's an area which has been given. This is your area. So winning an election, it takes time. It will take time. It will take time for these guys to win an election.
Why should the Zambian people place confidence in you when some of your senior members are resigning from the party and endorsing Brian Munive and Makebi Zulu? Samakai resigned.
But the issue,
Malanzimba as DC resigned.
Let me tell you.
And endorsed President President Mundu of NRPUP.
Let me tell you. I'll answer you in this way. Malanzuru wants to stand.
Malanzimba.
Zimba, yes, wants to stand as an MP in Numezi. For him, it's an interest as an individual. I want to stand. I don't stop him as his rights to go. Pasamaka, you know the story.
But at the rally, he says, if I, who belongs to UPND, can leave, Nishma problems, Nyakulmaning UPND.
No, let him.
He was given a job by President Hakainde.
Let me tell you that you thank me later after 13 August. You are going to thank me. I'm Andrew. Anderson Banda. Don't worry. We know his strategy. Because about it. Okay? We are wishing you the best. Masamakai, we are wishing you the best. Because you know the issue of surrounding. You don't use emotions at the end of the day. Is this what they are saying they are going to win?
No, he says that, look, the president himself acknowledged the fact that during the adoption process, you made a lot of mistakes. You're part of the people that were adopting these candidates, and you made a lot of mistakes. That's what the president said. And Malan says that the president now must come back to his mind and do the correct thing. What is the correct thing? Ensure that you adopt people that are popular on the ground and adopt people that live in that area.
And I'll answer you. Me, I don't believe in that. I'm a national youth chairman. Not only a national youth chairman, but also a mobilizer who understands the political party very well. And I've told you many times on the Assembly platform, the issue of pointing fingers, no, this one, we made. How many errors did we make? The only thing, if there were no popular candidate to candidate needed, and I've said and I'll maintain, from 226, maybe places, maybe there are only 15 or 18. But when you follow it very well even today, the same people said they're winning an election again. I'm just being honest. And I've told you that when you go in a race, everyone, if you ask all the presidential candidates, they'll tell you they're winning all of them. You are telling me that the Amarampi are the popular winner my election. In any case, I could see Kalabaza win my election in a member as I win. Usaka Makainde as I win. So every candidate is popular. For you to do whatever you are doing, you are popular. If you ask Kalabaza, tell me I'm popular. Yes, I win. If you ask him, I'm winning. You ask, what was I 13? But at the end of the day, kuzabu apendo ngati umozi in the name of akainde ichilema awose bine bazaluza bazaka mano banibera ma election ine balista chani ine sinaende uku, they'll give you the excuse. Are you getting the point? So no more saying how the game is. So our question is to ensure that we win this election through who? The party structure Upnd. If you feel like popular said, all these who have stood independent, all of them, they applied in the ticket of the Upnd. All of them, they were dependent. Even now, they're using the name of Akainde Chilem. These candidates you are seeing, they're using the name of Akainde Chilem. Why are they using Akainde Chilem? You, Andrew, here everywhere, there's been a word which was going around, even today. The vote of Akainde Timu Votera, come my MP back. What does it tell you? Meaning I win my election paper 13 August. That has been even here in Osaka. No Akainde eve vote yake eliko kama MP back. That has been the language here. When we come here, when you open the TV, my phone call, they will tell you that. That the presidential vote of Akainde is safe.
And it means that these MPs have not delivered.
No, listen. That's what I'm saying now. If they haven't delivered, the president has been there, guiding to do development in these areas. That's why we're asking for a suit. Because a councillor campaigned for the president. A councillor campaigned for the MP. A councillor campaigned for the mayor. So if we ask today, are these Wamala MP have councillors all over the country? The answer is no. Even half of
Did you think your previous sitting really disappointed HH?
No, the issue is...
Well, because we've agreed here that
yes,
when the people call, and even the president has said that that's what people are telling him. So my question is, what is the reason for why they don't want the MPs but they want President Akainde?
That is now the job of us as structure. You look at the bigger picture. What have we done in this constituency? Why that they don't want this person? What has been a problem? Now, you go in a constituency, here is a member of parliament, through CDF, has done almost maternal annex, almost 5 in that area. He has done almost 100, 1x3 classroom in his constituency. He has done Mabos almost maybe 100 in his constituency. He has done almost maybe to 5, 6 Mafida roads in his constituency. Then you ask, in terms of my grant, he has done very well, and then you ask, why something like somebody don't give me an answer. The issue is every person now wants to become a member of parliament because there's money what we call for them, which we made come with to go back to road. It's 40 million.
I know you've heard this.
Are you getting the point?
I know you've heard this before, but do you think it's true that some people say that UPND is a party of stingy men and women. That were UPND va castle. I don't know if you've heard this before.
Kushanda, kutenga ndrama za maana, umesu nasenzele.
Have you heard this before as a national
UPND
chairman?
as a party from opposition is for men and women who are very strong, who are doing their own business in a small way. That one cannot take away from UPND.
And others said this is a contributing factor why you're going to lose the elections.
No, over what? Because nakupasa 100 kwacha. What is development? Is it 100 kwacha or what?
You're a politician, you must know better.
No, so I'm telling you guys. So the issue is, wabwera chabusu na every voice ngupasa ndala. Ukabwera nchito sufuna. Just to clean within your compound sufuna. Hula ndrama za maana. Let's be serious as a nation. You can't develop a country in such a way. President Kainde values the citizen. Ndrama zoenzo posa pasa wa PF. Ndiye ndama kupasani 40 million tengani mwendo constituency musenzerepo. Ndiye ndrama za mini mufijinga wana wanu maskulu wakudi. Ndiye ndrama za mabaza posa wana wanu. So that everyone benefits from this cake. That's what Kainde is doing. Alliance alimu UPND kuzisakilira. UPND is not for the weaker people, for strong men and women. Tizama che kusonta na vikumo chite no. We have a president. His vision is to develop this country, that everyone should participate. Kali konse apeze. That's the plan we have. And I want to tell you that Mazambians, uyu muntu imwaka likiliki, imwaka George compound, wako matero, wako waleta, nga kuli muntu wamene akukondani ni wamene wa president akaende chile. Aba maluko muna kuleta aba, you even regret more. Muntu wamene aganiza kamba education difakeni la mulo. Let's sit down and look for many things, which other things we feel like should come back to you as citizen. Bamene bazonda akaende chilema, ni bakawalala. Ma briefcase company. Bamene benzo peleka bafika chabe kwa FRA ya libe company. Alibe virivons bampasa. Iwa kaenda nalesa. Mwaenda kuzesko mwenda that's what they were doing. Aba maluku. Kupeleka mpepo ku institution. Analesa akaende. So bakawalala, some of them that's doing government.
And wakawala ndiba partners van futo menya.
No, let me tell you.
You've been calling the Patriotic Front criminals and thieves. But you're in alliance with the Patriotic Front.
Let me tell you, the issue is there are people within PF who have been rehabilitated and reformed. We are working with them. And they have realized to say this person is a good person.
So
and they were not even involved.
So you have rehabilitated Mao Sampa, you have rehabilitated Charity Banda.
Even them, if you feel on them, they will tell you that we have a better president.
No, I'm asking. You're saying
yes,
that.
I'm telling you. The issue of rehabilitation, what I mean rehabilitation, you look how this leader is doing things. Okay? I don't think most of Banga Okechebe no utaja tinini kuli HH. Chabinga ni kuli HH. No. You look at the bigger picture. So if you're going to use shortcoming,
how is it even easy and possible for you to say that, Chairman Liswaniso? Because on the platform, on your campaigning,
yes,
you say the PF did this. The PF, they were criminals. The PF killed people.
But it is true.
But this is the same PF that you're in alliance with.
But let me tell you,
you're in alliance with the Patriotic Front.
It is true.
You're working with the PF, so you're working with criminals.
Let me tell you,
you're working with thieves.
And I'm answering you. I've been a question. 5 times. The issue is every individual reforms to say, I want to work with this one because it means what to the country. But there are certain people
so
also.
They stop becoming thieves.
Well, they were involved. If they were thieves, just about the guy.
So nanga baja baswali mjele. Makabi is in jail. Is Munduga in jail?
Ija group ija yonso kayangana yonso. Wenyewe zomenya twenzepo. You have seen even the video when Munduga was encouraged that akabwera kono HH tinga tamumenya kono. You've seen that video when he was a provincial minister. Because he was using Sagar. Okay? So, Wane.
And Munduga says that if, and Makebi as well, says that if at any point those two guys were corrupt in any way, they don't think they would be outside. They would be inside jail, rotting. So the fact that they're not in jail, it tells us a lot of.
They're innocent.
Well, if there were any crimes that they committed,
they're innocent.
Did they commit any crime?
But you don't leave them to be in the near coffers of the country. You're
saying now you're using police to now disadvantage their campaigns. You're using police now to fight for your battles.
Which police? Upnd.
They complained when they were in Lusaka. They complained when they were on the copper belt.
The issue is the police agreed with all political parties where to go. You need to inform the police 24 hours so they know where you are going. If you are going to Matero, why do you want to go to Kanyama? They'll bounce on you. Simple like that. If you are going to Chawama, why do you want to go to Kawata?
Do those rules apply to you, Chairman Liswaniso?
You have seen, you were asking me a question here today. I'm just wondering, why am I telling you? Because us, we are scattered. Those who didn't understand, until today they are able to understand. If your meeting is here to Ngawakun Kamaninga UPN, kona ma branches need chairs. Mungapita na chimoto wacho muliza mungo pita, but us we know where we are targeting our people. We are doing head count. Our Vice President Ratu Pamchipan, he has been doing head count in the northern. But Chair Ratu, but Doreni Mwamba. We talk about Wamama in the central. Me, I was doing head count in Western Province, coming to Southern Province. Here in Lusaka, you know here in Lusaka, I said here in Lusaka, before that rally, I was doing head count here. That's why I'm saying Lusaka. Yamu Lusaka, Eve. You saw that rally. Most of them, they were young people. You know, I spent almost a month plus doing head count here in Lusaka for the young ones. I'm talking about the young ones. And you saw that rally. And we didn't finish. In fact, not head count even just for the no women there, it was just the youth that you saw at the Heroes. That is number one. So all of us as a party leaders among ourselves, we have been doing head counts. And we left rallies to the president. The president after we have done our job.
Usually Lusaka.
So I'm just trying to
and the copper belt.
I'm finishing that point for you to understand where we are getting our vote. So we need to understand that my rooms are very clear. No, we know what we are doing. So no one has stopped. I have no time to use the police for me. But the issue, the police, they know because these things were communicated to all political parties. Ngamuyenda inform us. So that we clear. When you see the police that are behind the UPN, they're protecting us. When you see the police that are behind the opposition, they're protecting them. In terms of trafficking, chani, clear the road, so trafficking, but you don't want to do that. So you provoke the police so that you can have sympathy. Under UPND, the rule of law is a serious matter. It was one of the campaigns we used, that there should be order in the country. That's why I'm even bowing, sir. It's because of what? The rule of law. It's a serious matter in UPND, which we campaigned to the people of Zambia. So you break the law. It's simple like that. UPND on the platform, the promises we made, it was a rule of law. Yes, we should be ordered in the country.
You seem to have so much confidence in winning these year's elections. In 11 days, you seem to be so confident. I spoke to Gilbert Liswaniso 11 days before the 2021 general elections, and he was telling me what you're telling me. I spoke to Amos Chanda when he was in the Patriotic Front, and he was telling me what you're telling me. You don't think that you politicians don't learn that it's the people that give mandate, it's the people that give authority for you to continue or not to continue?
It's the people we go to give us a mandate. The responsibility of the party.
Where are you getting the confidence from?
And I'm answering you. The same people.
Because for me, you sound like you're getting the confidence from your strategy, not the people.
Let me tell you first of all, you win an election with a strategy as you go to the people. You win an election. I've already answered. If you have seen all of us as part leaders, starting from the national management, province, constituents, district, ward level, branch, polling station management, we have leaders and we have divided ourselves. We have given ourselves roles. Prendakainde what he has only said that everyone is a campaign manager. Do you know the campaign manager for Kainde Chilema as an individual? No. That's why I'm taking the confidence. Under given the PF, they didn't have a human resource which was on the ground. They depend on the same, what your question are asking her to say, the police, violence. They depend on that. Groupings, which affected their campaign in 2021. In Upnd, we have stopped regroupings. We have said no grouping. We need to work as one. And that one we are very serious. We have said no independent. We are very serious as a party on that one because we know what makes you to lose an election. From the time, from 2021, you have been seeing us as young people. Have we rested? We have been on the ground, talking to people, putting the people all together. I'm answering you to say that we as party leaders, we have been doing head count within ourselves as UPND supporters, voters card and NRC across the country.
In fact,
and the target which President Kainde gave us,
it's 5 million.
5 million. And that 5 million, that's what I'm saying, also Nunga voters card yako.
Civil society organizations have raised concern and alarm that they're worried with what you, the UPND, are doing with NRCs and voters cards of people.
My friend, waminaenda kuvota, let me tell you, mutenga boku eja, voter register. You want me to campaign mumwera jabe? No. So when I'm campaigning,
is investigating. Is investigating.
You don't also at politics. I'm class. A new foot soldier comes to your house, knock. Ndimwandane Andrew Mwansa. Andrew Mwansa, okay. Tenti yangane mbuku. Walipati wali hapa. Toni voters card ya. Toni NRC. Tikaziwa manje. Tisia muntu moza kamba na imwe manje.
So you're not getting the voters card?
No one gets voters card now in story. You're in a story. I need to talk to a voter. Mwabula pa meeting muli 20 pan. Kwa hiyo voter pa 20 kasema tuwabili let's vote. Wanipanga chebe chongo. So that's what I'm telling, there's a head count. Don't know who is a voter in this voter register. That's the job of a foot soldier. Akasiliza maybe per day you are 25 amwako months. The other day, just like that. That's what we do. Every political party. But the issue is to find a person who does that job, a volunteer. That's where something comes now. I'm just want to tell you now from today, to find a person who can leave his job and to campaign for you, to look for these voters. That's where the issue is. It's not about money. It's about the commitment of a foot soldier of that political party that I'm going to do this job in this area for Brenda Kainde.
Many have commended you for managing the political violence from the time that you were appointed chairman of the party in 2021. Many have given you accolades that you've managed to really suppress cadreism in across the country. You've managed to manage your youths now. We're not seeing people being hacked in bus stations and cadres taking over markets and bus stations. But a few days before an election, in fact, it started nomination, we are beginning to see pockets of violence. Chairman Liswaniso, and the ones who are involved here are your youths. Must we be worried that in the next 11 days, this country will be something else when it comes to political violence?
First of all, we need to thank President Kainde Chilema. I've said the rule of law. From opposition up to date, President Kainde has never changed. He has told all of us, violence cannot win us an election. It can't. Even me, I'll tell you, even if I was sleeping, I'll tell you, violence cannot make you win an election. Intimidating people cannot make you to win an election. You pursue people by showing what you have done. And what we have done, we have spent our time talking about it. especially for the young ones. And because for me, all the benefit which the government is making is for the young people of this country, all of them, because we are the majority. So I'll tell you that we have tried our best together with Panicking and the youth. And I want to tell you that I want to thank even the provincial youth chairman across the country, all of them. The district chairman, the constituents and ward chairman. It's not an easy thing. But the issue is we have spent more time with Panicking, and I will tell you that he is a friend to the young people of the party. And the youth of Upnd are loyal, when I say too much loyal to Panicking. That's why there are many things even today in the 2 months. The information we have is heavy. We, the young people, heavy. Okay? And we are putting that information aside, win an election, to ensure that we continue to have peace. 2021, you saw how we behaved. Under difficult situation, there was violence all over, which makes no there's election. This election has been called greedy, boring. We are going towards next week voter. President Panicking has invested in peace and unity and non-violence. He has invested that. Today, songs can be sung everywhere. It's an environment which Panicking is encouraging. Also, we need to thank the opposition also. Some that behaved, that we move together. There shouldn't be anyone to hug each other, even the day of voting. This one, me, I'm putting a warning as a national youth chairman. No one should destroy the country because no. And me, I'm saying no, because we never did those in 2021. We never did those things in 2016. We never fought anybody in 2015. PF 206, 208, 2011. Because me, one of the victims, so on. Did we do those things in 2021 ourselves? The answer is no. It tells you that the president who is leading us means well to this country. So, yes, there were some few pockets of violence, but it's a responsibility of us leaders, those in opposition and us, the ruling party, that every time we remind the young people, we remind ourselves that we shouldn't fight each other. We are just one people at the end of the day. These are just political parties. We shouldn't fight. We shouldn't encourage violence. Everyone has a right to maintain peace. And for me, I'll tell you as the National Youth Chairman, anyone who brings violence, I don't like, because I understand violence more. I've gone through that. So when you see us trying to maintain peace, we understand. If today somebody wants to say the UPN, if today I just sleep a bit, it is not easy. That's why you can yangana malingina menso yanga so. Sinoneka bwino. Because I'm not sleeping. Is to ensure that I talk to these people. It has not been very easy. I want to tell you, it has not been an easy thing to maintain this peace. You know for sure, Andrew, after winning an election in 2021, UPnd never rebelled. PF in Amenya went in 2011. The same Panicking never chased people in these institutions. Most of them are still working. They are even a manyimba mndoe. Today mndoe just tell you to say no, nikabwera ma civil servant za kupisha nchi. Wapisha waende kupeleke koti. Mwana wako. Let's work. Just continue going and convince people. For now, and I want to repeat the message, which I'm always advising my brothers and sisters, for those who are in opposition. Hakainda akaliko. There's nothing to do with arrogance here. We are talking about figures, and we are saying what we have done. And we know where we are going to get these votes. So I'm just being honest to my colleagues. Tashita campaign, Tavina, Tashtaviri Vonse, for now we are making a decision. And that decision is to ensure that Akainde continues. So the gains which we have gained together with the people of Zambia can continue, that foundation for your child and my child and the next generation should remain intact.
It's good you mentioned that in 2021, one of your shops was destroyed by the Patriotic Front. The allegations that have been leveled against you, Mr. Liswaniso, that From owning a simple shop in Matero, from owning a simple shop in George Compound, now you own about 3 helicopters. You're building a shopping mall.
So now we're going to force a question.
You have you have minds.
Before
No, because and I want to give an opportunity to respond because this has been trending.
No.
Are you a millionaire?
Let me tell you first one thing.
Do you have 2 helicopters?
Andrew Mazambia. So now wauka chabu ambela janganga vina kama.
But you become so rich. You're one of the millionaires in this country.
You
Upnd?
Upnd is a political party. I'm a volunteer. Also, never by once by Opajeno Mosquito because he is a mobilizer. Both never by once we ban at that as on a palin. You know me. Who is the first helicopter? Even in Maroja, I mean, that was a good in Ramazanes. Somebody who is rich moves the first. You are able to know. We are assuming a bisak event to even my neighbor millions of money. You can it have Android application in Chabe at team. So I just using that for politics. Still, you can continue. That's part of politics. Mad Gilbert Liswaniso. The conscience of Gilbert Liswaniso is very clear. I don't want anything to do with mine and Snurimo. You've also
been accused of being a Satanist.
My friend, the people know the grace of God in this. The grace of God in this. We are not Satanists, Botswana. We are a genuine Zambian people who fears God, who prays every day. We are here because of the grace of God. Until we never can phone. And learning a lot from Gilbert Liswaniso. I'm appealing to the young people all over the country. Learn a lot from me. If you're a politician, come near, I'll tell you. Just remain loyal to your president and to your party. Patience pays at the end of the day. For me, I'll tell you, Andrew, today, I'm passionate with politics. I love politics. I was born to serve. That is Liswaniso. I'm not in competition with anybody, but people compete with me when I don't know. For me, I love my job. And I love Akainde selling his name. And telling the people the kind of a man we have. Because he's genuine. He does not sugarcoat. He's a straight guy. And that alone, for me, because I'm straight also, I love that. So my responsibility, I don't compete with anybody. Inaunganisia as I conclude, unganisia mchururu hapa na mtu wa ndrama, mwatisia mchururu, na mtu aina ndrama, mwatisia mchururu. Zinanga za sala moja. You want drama zabiza kati wasena pamena hapo. So I don't compete. I just love this job, committed, and very hard working.
In the next 11 days, 8.7 million Zambians are going to the polls. Why must they vote Upnd and President Hakainde Hichilema?
I'm asking the people of Zambia.
This is your camera.
To give President Hakainde Hichilema again. Trust him with your resources. Trust him again with the monies. Trust him with the leadership because he means what the people of Zambia. He means what to you, especially the vulnerable people. This man belongs to you. In the past 5 years, you have criticized Hakainde Hichilema left and right. You have made him to be where he is today. It is you, Zambian people. A leader whom you can criticize, a leader who can come out and say, I agree with your situation, and is able, no kama ni kuru kileni koni, to apologize kulimu. Those are rare leaders you may found. Because he fears you. He understands imwe ndio mnampa nchito. Na penopa nikumpempa Mazambians. Mubweza ni pampando Hakainde Hichilema. Ine pempo yanga wa ni pempa. Nikani ya school. Because I've seen school kwa bedi mapeleka muntu alienza. Chamene achita. Because nizo wati mailo uja orphan. Uja street kid. Uja na wina. Is going to be one day Monga Andrew Mwansa Minankalaba. Pempo yanga. A foundation to the young people, all of you wherever you are, that this is your man, whom you gave the mandate in 2021, ikupempani futi mubwezeni poni so achite na vina nasirapo ngasuna ngene nchito itemu kapena uzangena nindiwe because aita create majob angobwera but sanga chitepayeka ni muntu chabe akaende chilema achitikira muri imwe kuti mumuyangane pa 13 August kamene muyangane pa 13 August osataya vote yanu. We have done our part as a party leaders within the structure. Don't say my leaders from Upnd. I want to thank you, the Vice President, your Chairman. I can mention all the youth chairmen wherever you are, provincial chairman, and I want to say the Secretary General and the team. This election has been one, I can say one of the best, the way we have done it, all of us. Let's continue holding our people in that way. And the President is doing his job there. They support him. Whoever is supporting Upnd, either is a musician, what, we don't take it for granted. We want to thank everyone on that. Me as a national youth chairman, because I have seen a lot of young people have come on board to support Ndaka and Chilema. I'm saying on this to say, tenti pitilize, let's not focus on pet issues, but let's get united, all of us, to win this election. And I am appealing to the people of Zambia, nipe mpakulimwe. Mwakwa George, kulima huku, kumatelo, Kanyama, Musaka district. Please, tipe mpako suti. Tipaseni, you are going to thank me later because mwina president wa zona, wamena konda chalo, wamena konda mazambians. Vina sinachite, koma mkatipasa ka number 2. Tizavichita pamoja na imwe the way we have done it in the last 5 years. I think ndiye mao yanga ndiye pempo yanga across the country konse from Luapula, northern Mchinga, northwestern, western, southern, central, eastern nikamba kuti tienze pangati pamozi mutipase mavoti mutipase suti konse makansela ma MP ma mayors ma council chairman na president na MP tipaseni kuti wasenze pamozi na akaende Chilema kuti chalo tichose hapa tipeleke pamwamba. Ndiye mao yanga ba Andrew Mwansa ya lelo kumazambiani koma usaononga voti yako you may regret.
Upnd National Chairman Gilbert Liswaniso, thank you so much for coming to Costa's cross-examination, and we wish you all the best and President Hakainde Chilema ahead of the polls.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Well, there you have it. My guest has been Upnd National Chairman Gilbert Liswaniso. We'll be looking at the state of politics, but also why Zambians must vote for President Hakainde Chilema ahead of the polls slated for the next 11 days. I've been your host. My name is Andrew Mwansa. On behalf of the entire production crew, thank you so much for watching. Good night.
Not rest until every Zambian family feels the benefit of this generational change.
Hakainde japamo. Iseni pikatane, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I need together, tonele japamo. Iseni pikatane, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chito akainde ni wake mupando mulekeni asibanchito akainde ni wake mupando mulekeni asibanchito akainde ni wake mupando mulekeni asibanchito akainde ni wake mupando mulekeni